Hello and welcome to this Profit Protector Pro video. So today we're going to be talking about the difference between algorithmic and rule-based strategies. So as we know, when you come to the help section in Profit Protector Pro and you click on strategies explained, you will have a list of all of the strategies within Profit Protector Pro, and clicking on one will give you a description of how exactly it works. Now, you'll notice at the bottom, it will tell you if the strategy is algorithmic or not. And you might be wondering, what does this even mean? And this is what I'm going to explain to you in this video, what the difference is and when you should use one or the other. Now, at the end of the day, the strategy you use is completely up to you based on your goals, what you want Profit Protector Pro to do, and so forth. But it's important to understand what algorithmic can do for you and what rule-based can do for you. Now, there isn't a correct strategy to set, so to speak. Again, it's very subjective. It will be very different for every single seller using the repricer. So to put it very simply, because we're not going to overcomplicate things, rule-based does exactly what it says on the tin. They follow a very simple rule. So you'll notice things like match buy box. It's not an algorithmic strategy. Penny into buy box, penny over buy box. You can kind of see the pattern here. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Very simple, very straightforward. It does what it says in the title. So there are rule-based strategies that you can use in general, and there are merchant fulfilled rule-based strategies as well to focus on the FBM competition. So match merchant fulfilled low price, for example. So it's going to focus on the merchant fulfilled's low price as opposed to the FBA. So these ones are very good for if you have a very simple function that you want Profit Protector Pro to perform on that particular listing. If you straight up want it to match the buy box, it will do just that. The algorithmic strategies have got an artificial intelligence behind them. So an AI that is constantly learning the situation on the listing, your situation on the listing. It's not just gathering general evidence from every single user that uses that particular strategy. It is assessing your own personal scenario, your own personal situation on that listing, and it's judging what is best for you to do on that listing, of course following the framework that is in place on the algorithmic strategy that you've chosen. So there's a range. There's more aggressive sales focused ones, there's more passive profit focused ones, and then you have some that are somewhere in the middle, like the balanced sales accumulator. So the algorithmic strategies will learn the listing, and you'll see this in the repricing history as well. It says learning the listing. It is learning about the listing that you're on. It's learning the competition. It's learning any potential patterns that are on the listing. It's learning what other sellers are doing, how prices are moving. It's assessing what is going on with the buy box and how that moves as well, and so much more. It is very, very clever, and the longer you have an algorithmic strategy on that listing, the cleverer it will get, because it has so much experience behind it, and it will never stop learning. So the balanced sales accumulator, for example, will match the buy box price, and if doing that isn't getting you sales, it will then work to undercut your competitors to get you that buy box before attempting to drive the price back up again. So if that method isn't proving to be fruitful, it will alternate its approach to try and win you the buy box that way. It's not going to stick to one straight rule like the rule-based strategies. It has more flexibility to it, so it's able to adapt to the situation in different ways to be more flexible in its approach when it comes to winning you the buy box. Now, again, we are not knocking rule-based strategies. We're not knocking algorithmic. Which one you use depends, again, on your goals and what you want Profit Protector Pro to do. But understanding the difference is crucial to making the right decision on the strategy that you want to use on a certain listing. So again, if you have a strategy set on a listing, for something that you want to do, something very, very simple, again, just match buy box. That's what you want it to do. It would do just that. But if you want Profit Protector Pro to work to move your price upwards, potentially making you sales at a higher price, if one approach isn't, working the best, you want it to alternate it slightly. If you want it to learn a bit more and tweak its approach to then reprice much more effectively to win the buy box, an algorithmic strategy is the one for you. Obviously, you aren't going to know until you try, so you might find that a rule-based strategy works out really well for a number of your items. It could be for a particular set of items that rule-based works really well as opposed to algorithmic, or you might find it the other way around. Algorithmic works really well for most, if not all, of your listings, or for a particular range. This specific algorithmic strategy does really, really well. It's important from time to time as well to rotate the strategies that you use. So it's important to review them just to see if there could be a strategy that does even better. So you might have a strategy that does work really well for you, and that is great. But by tweaking it a little bit and switching it up, it could mean that there is a strategy that works even better for your listing. Again, you won't know until you try, and this can be something that you find with Profit Protects Pro. Well, with using repricing strategies in general, that it does take some rotation from time to time to try and find the one that fits best with that listing, with that scenario. And of course, if there is any algorithmic or rule-based strategy that you find isn't quite working out for one particular listing, and you want to curate what exactly Profit Protects Pro is going to do, that is where the custom strategies option comes in really, really useful. And you can dictate what exactly Profit Protects Pro will do in its steps to winning the buy box, and then what it will do once it has won the buy box. Or you might set one strategy to begin with, and you might find that that one works out really well for your business. It is the one to use. Again, even if that is the case, it's important to rotate that round from time to time. Just give it a review and see if there is another strategy that could do even better. And of course, it will be much better for you to find that strategy as well, because it means that there is more money going into your wallet, because Profit Protects Pro is able to reprice much better in that scenario on that particular listing. And again, it is completely up to you what strategy you set. I'm not here to tell you which one to use. It is a case of feeling around and trying to find the one that fits best. But as I say, understanding the difference between algorithmic and rule-based is going to go a long way to helping your understanding of choosing the right strategy for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.